So, last week, the gang decided to split. The majority of the group decided that they were just going to stay in the tavern and just loaf around a bit. The day before was a very, very long and very, very hard day. Very, very eventful, considering that you'd landed in Mucksborough. You'd encountered an ancient temple, a spectre. You've run afoul of the law. You have, met and helped Alara like multiple times. Across that day. You've ventured to various different corners of it. I think some of the older members of the group decided that they needed a bit of a rest. So Chet and Verity basically hit the town. And they met various individuals across the marketplace, which they will bring you up to speed on. And they also spent a bit of time assisting Alara further. It is the kind of like mid-morning, because you'd woken up at dawn this day to move forward. But yeah, you have rested, recharged, spent a bit of time working on personal projects, and now we begin back with Chet and Verity.
Alrighty. So,
I wonder what the others are doing.
Yeah, it's been most of the morning. I wonder what they're up to.
Presume they're at the bar?
At the tavern. To the tavern for mid-morning snack.
Yeah, from what you can see from where you are, Alphonse is kind of hunched over the cat and he seems to be staring at it intently, as if trying to divine more about it. He doesn't have speak with animals, so from what you're looking at, you kind of feel it's probably best not to bother him because the bard's doing something strange.
Well, I suppose bards know what bards get up to. Chet nudges Verity, pointing at Alphonse.
I mean, sure, I guess. To be fair, all of us have different flavors and different styles. I don't think it's a good practice to, overgeneralize every single bard.
That makes a lot of sense. I think I'm just used to hearing one type of particular bard. I kind of assumed you all went to the same types of schools.
Oh no. I'm self-taught, so I don't know if there are many bards that are. Or aren't.
Elduin and Ravaseth, what are you guys up to?
Ravoseth is trying to make amends with Billy D and profusely apologizing for the kobold incident of the previous day.
Yeah, let's say that across this morning you've kind of been sat there at the bar relatively meekly, attempting to assist Double D with what she's doing, and periodically, like say every 10 minutes or so, you'll kind of try to grab Billy D's attention and apologize again. Let's say at this point he's just kind of just decided that he's just kind of not done with it. He realizes that you're not some kind of barbarian, you're just strange.
Meanwhile, Alduin is deeply entrenched in his notebook and studying some strange shapes, geometrics, and runes, and nobody has an idea what it is.
At this point, Chet's reminded of how unhinged Alara seemed set on making what I think we are currently assuming may be poisonous or very unethical. So he snaps up, and so he kind of just snaps straight to the tavern door. Yeah, not intentionally, but barges past Alphonse and breaks through the door. Like, it doesn't break the door, it just opens it with a lot of vigor.
Aggressively opening door.
But Double D immediately shouts to you, "Oi! Did I warn you about that last time?"
Elara!
Elwin,
Lara!
Elwin,
Making things that not good. He's sort of like
Um,
in a slight panic.
Double
After
D-
he just suddenly jolted, realized what had happened over the course of the morning.
Double D comes right back to you and grabs you by the lapels.
Oh, can I strength check?
Yeah.
Strength check.
Go ahead.
How's that?
Let's see.
you lost.
Oh no!
You
Oh.
did just about win, but just about. Overall, so what she rolled a 10, she has a pretty significant modifier on hers.
Okay.
So you while you don't move, you get stopped cold. By,
Yeah, so
by
Chet
Double
just
D.
looks up at. Wait, how tall is Double D?
She's a little bit taller than you, just a
By-
shade.
by a
She's like
head?
she's like 5'5".
Oh, and it's like, oh, beg your pardon, milady.
Last time you came in here, you came smashing my door, and I told you to have some manners, and now you do it again. The fuck's up with you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have a commander yelling at me lately, so you know, this is just the way I'm afraid.
She
Would you like to be my sergeant?
she shakes her head
And he
and
winks at
walks
her.
off. She literally, yeah, she's very unimpressed by this.
Anyway, so Chet, brushing that incident off, rushes over to Elduin and Ravus, and then basically it's a kind of unstructured, garbled explanation. I don't know. Should I throw a bit of a whatever kind of check to make sure that I've passed on the knowledge of what's happened since the morning?
Are
with
you
Alara?
you're just kind of recounting like your day?
Yeah, but
like-
it's a bit garbled, so I don't know if there's if Elduin and Ravuseth want to throw a check to see if they've understood me.
I would say would let that pass. Like you may have
Okay.
to have had repeated things like a few times to them to get over, you know, everything that's occurred with Laura. But I think that's fine. Just let that one go.
Yeah, so I'll just slipping into it. It's like, so Alara is gonna make a bad juice to give to Thrain. And we
Elwin
feel
winks
bad
at the
that she's going to
name
do
of
it.
Elara.
A
Sorry?
bad tooth.
We're
Yeah.
pretty certain that, well, like 80 or 70% certain that she's not under any influence of magic, but she's definitely not okay.
Oh, I leave you be for one morning, and look at the mess you create, Chad. Elduin starts packing his notes together and starts signing. Okay. Just
To be fair,
so-
I'm pretty certain she would have done this regardless of what of our interference, but you know,
She's a
Heads
woman on a mission.
So just to recap, you went with Elara to some love guru that gave her some scented water to give her confidence.
Good advice.
And
Very
she
good advice.
afterwards went for what? Magical being to get some spices for a love potion.
no, it was just like an abandoned herbalist hut that happened to have what I presume is a dryad there, and got herbs from the garden. That is
a dryad. Okay. Herbs, dryad, potion, love potion. Doesn't sound good. We need to one brain.
Yeah. What's the potion called again? It's like the something of enhanced emotions. Something like that.
A
Can I
tequila
do it?
sunrise.
Can I do a
Wait,
check if I know of
no.
this potion?
What is a tequila sunrise?
Yes,
I
you
don't-
can. You can.
What do you want?
I would like Arcana. Yeah, Arcana's probably most suitable for you.
Damn. Wouldn't
You could do
want
his history as well. No, not in this particular case. It would be medicine.
Yeah, okay. I've never heard of this potion.
No. Did you want me to remind you what the name of the actual thing was, Verity, or is that in
Yes.
character? It was the absinthe of affection.
Oh, there we go. That was that was it.
Never heard of that.
I've only heard it in like songs of being like a little bit dubious, but nothing like
Alphonse.
magical, I guess.
Yeah, Alphonse, because of last week, with it being something that was referenced in popular song, you could also roll a history check to see whether or not you know any more about this.
So just for chat to add to the missing information, it's like, yeah, lads from the Navy in port cities usually like to order this at the local taverns. We just figured it's just just a interesting little mixed drink.
You know the name Alphonse, but that's it.
Yeah, but I will say her like crazy eyes have gotten like tenfold crazier since she acquired the herbs.
By the god of thunder, no. Okay, I see it. The longer I have to deal with Ilara, the worse my headache will it get. We need to warn Thrain as quick as possible because I have the feeling from my past interactions with Ilara, as soon as it's about Thrain, she moves at lightning speed.
Oh, with Thrain, we might have both encouraged and discouraged his involvement with her simultaneously. Don't ask how that happened, but it just did.
You know what? You were around with Chet. I don't question anything.
Cat points to himself. Oh, this me? Am I the problem?
No,
Chuckles
you're
to
not the
himself.
problem. Just unexpected things will happen around you. If I don't know if you're just a focus of strange happenings or if it's just your personality. I'm not sure. Let's say we're gonna go to Thrain right now.
Before you do, this is a tavern, and this is an alcoholic drink they're talking about. There's probably sources of information.
Yeah.
Billy D, did you hear us?
Me? Yeah. I everything.
What are your thoughts?
Absence of affection, mate. it ain't no big deal. Ain't no big deal at all. It's just a really fucking strong drink. That's it. People get drunk and then they get horny. That's it.
Oh, harmless.
Would you allow your daughter to drink it?
If it's a daughter of mine, I don't think I could stop her.
Okay, good to know.
Look, I don't make no judgments about people. The truth is about liquor, all it does is make you do what you want it to do anyway. You know? So, if she gives him this, and he don't wanna, seal the deal, ain't nothing gonna happen.
But if she's a little bit tipsy woo-woo, do you think she might lash out?
Oh, Ilara, I don't know. I wouldn't put anything past her. Sure, she's never shown any signs of being, a bit stabby, but bloody hell, like her whole obsession with that, lads. Don't see it myself, but you never know. People go a bit crazy when it comes to relationships. That's why I don't deal with them myself.
All right, maybe we should go and see if, just in case anything happens.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
I have a little bit of an out of character question for a second. Was that were you like stuttering, Kando, or was I couldn't tell if it was like lagging or something?
Oh no, it's stuttering now.
Okay, I thought you were, but it almost sounded like it was repeating a little bit, like it might have been lagging. Just wanted to make sure.
It's fine. No,
I was wondering about that until I saw him on the stream being like,
Yeah, you know, when I'm doing an intentional stutter, I'm rhythmically, it's very regular, as opposed to my natural stutter, which is all over the place. So yeah, that's most likely what it is.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I just want to make sure, because I just want to make sure I wasn't like lagging out or something.
Yeah, no worries.
Chat snaps his finger and he's like loudly proclaims, "Reconnaissance!"
We've been trying to do that several times now and keep getting interrupted.
Yeah, I have the feeling like Chad isn't really made for reconnaissance with his loud personality.
Absolutely not. I was on the front line holding a shield. So, makes sense. They were all coming at me. And I didn't move.
It's okay, Chet. You don't have to be good at reconnaissance.
Oh, but I wish I was.
Do you think?
Wait, are we reconnaissancing? Reconnaissance? Yeah. Following. Watching.
Do you think we need armor for that? Because if yes, I need 5 minutes.
I'm pretty certain Chet was also undressing in the middle of the street.
Mm-hmm. That happened.
He shoulders his backpack and you can hear the jingling of the mail.
I don't see any reason why we should have that much problems with her. Okay. I'm gonna go my investments. That's it. That should be enough.
Investments? What?
He's gonna wear his vestments, so his clothes and robes, rather than his armor.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We're gonna pretend to be civvies today, yes.
So are you intending to follow Ilara to her home?
Yes.
Okay, well she's
Yes.
quite far down the street now. She had slowed down quite significantly, just stopping every few seconds, looking over the bag, making sure she hadn't dropped stuff. She's very paranoid about losing these ingredients. They're very important to her.
I'll head out of the tavern to keep an eye on her and see where she goes.
Yeah, I
Which way
will
does she go
follow
again?
you.
Because I don't know how long it takes for everyone to take off their clothing. Or, jingly
No,
parts.
I haven't been wearing my jiggly parts because I didn't go outside today.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, so Ilara heads further downtown. She sort of disappears around the corner, but not very far. She, like anyone moving through this mud, leaves pretty large tracks overall. And she will head off the map to the left, which will bring her into the slums district, which you have not been to before. Let me just quickly double check whether I've moved all of your icons across.
Out of character. Slums sounds like I should have worn my chainmail.
Potentially, but again, well, you'll see when you get there. We'll do a quick analysis. Verity, do you want to come over and join things? Just make it easier to grab you all. Okay, go into formation. Nice.
Everybody protects Verity.
Yeah,
I am very squishy.
she's the brains of the party now. Where did I put it? There it is. Okay. As you enter the slums district, you see Ilara sort of trudging up the road. Not very far, actually. She really is very has gone very close to it, and then enters the door, just to a house, a slightly nicer looking house than anything else. So, do you want to do investigation checks or anything else to kind of have a quick look around the area and get to know it?
Oh yes.
Marked change in the smell from the main area to the slum area.
At this point, not so much, because we are essentially just one street over from where you were. Alphonse, you can see that these houses are all extremely old. They don't look like they were kind of built with any like particular care for them to be long-term housing, but you know, where they had stone, that stone is cracked and flaking and crumbling. It's been patched multiple times over the years. You can now start to see like a mishmash of different materials. Like in some places there's stone, in some places there's brick, there are other bits of masonry of different colors. It looks like over centuries perhaps that multiple occupants have done what they can to improve, to grow, and to maintain these buildings. The road itself is still the same, kind of scraggly, kind of like crappy mud and all of that, but nothing really feels like it was ever meant to be permanent. This is like something that evolved. Like, this isn't the heart of some old thriving town. This was like maybe workers' quarters or something else. It feels very empty as well. And let's see, Ravaseth, you were around time. You remember them saying at the start that, you know, lots of people used to live here back in the day, but now there are very few people in Mucksborough. So overall, this is kind of like, it seems like the last gasp of this town. The people who live here have ample choices of places that they could live because there's no one else in any of these. You could kind of bagsy one if that was appropriate. But you don't know what the culture is. You just feel you get that vibe from this place that Alara didn't buy this place. She just either inherited it or just acquired it through somehow.
Seems like people are just kind of placing where they want to around here.
Maybe we should get a house ourselves. We need to talk with the authorities for that.
I'm not sure they'd be too happy with us just snatching a house after what we've done.
That's why we talk to the authorities first before we snatch a house. It might have a way for us to get a house.
I mean, if we're planning to stay here for a while, it might not be the worst idea to find a place to sleep properly.
Yeah, I want to study.
Let's just take whichever one we want and leave a gold coin outside so nobody asks any questions.
Chat does a little fist pump. Adventurous house! Okay, but Alara. And he then like turns his head, snaps to the door that she went through.
Yeah.
And repeats the
Alright,
word
we're
again.
here for
Reconnaissance.
Right.
So one of the things, let's see, who's leading this investigation? I assume Chet, because this is very much your idea.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Jack can
He
lead.
starts. Huh? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Chet, roll me a wisdom save, a check. So yeah.
Wisdom check, okay.
Yep. Oh,
There we
good. Okay, so you're thinking back to what you were taught about reconnaissance, about scouting, and everything else. This was a very, very long time ago for you because you were never really part of that division. You're piecing together bits and pieces that you've heard, advice that you've been given. One of the things that you kind of immediately feel is that the lack of people around is actually maybe a bit more of a problem than anything else, because you stand out, you can't blend in as well. You know, you don't seem like you belong overall, so you get the feeling that this will be quite difficult, so you should be quite cautious.
Now, from what I remember in boot camp, usually recon is much better when there's lots of people. No one here is having or making any noise. There's a lot of foot tracks, but I feel like these foot tracks are pretty old. So if we're gonna make fresh ones, they're gonna stand out.
So
I'm
we have
thinking.
to be sneaky.
Sneaky, quiet, and don't stand out in the open.
Yeah,
Let's go on the rooftop.
Wait, that might be a good idea. Although, can we check what do they look? You said the buildings are quite old and dilapidated.
They're
They
quite-
look kind of structurally sound.
They're quite rickety, and also surprisingly tall. Most of these buildings are about 2 stories tall. As you can tell, like they've been stood there for a very long time, and people have built up repeatedly. What you can also see on the side of the wall, so you know, Verity definitely noticed this. Alphonse also noticed this as well. Is that there are kind of like tide marks on there, so you can see that. Over the years, these houses have flooded quite a lot and quite regularly. So it seems that in general, a lot of them were built in such a way that people could be living on the higher floors for a significant amount of time without a major problem. So whilst you could climb a lot of these, from what you can see about Ilara's place, you get the feeling that she's not quite high up. She's on the ground floor. The lights on her house are off on the 2nd and the 3rd floors, but they're on. You can see that shining out the light on the ground floor. So if you can't to the roof, you're probably not going to be able to see anything.
These walls are pretty sodden, my lizard friend. I think even with your claws, although you could get up there, you'd probably make a lot of noise. Walking around up those rickety thatchings. I think Chet's sort of surveying the area, thinking about it. He's like, makes a few test footsteps around the mud tracks, I guess. Does it make a lot of noise when he's walking back and forth?
It does make some, but you know, again, looking at these walls, they're quite thick, so that's probably won't be a major problem. What you get again from your wisdom check earlier is that you may have more issue if someone comes around a corner and sees you and maybe starts asking questions.
Oh, okay, in that sense. So Chet turns around to the others and he says, I'm gonna do a reconnaissance of the reconnaissance. I'm just gonna go a bit further down. If I get spotted, I'm gonna talk to them. But otherwise, just follow me when I give you the signal. And he like makes a hand gesture. It's you know, like the motion you make when you're trying to like throw a lasso.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of those, but with a closed fist.
Yeah.
And he said like, wait for the signal, and then see if you can look through a window into Alara's house or something. And then he starts jovially walking down the street to like there's that first T-junction-ish place, right? I think it's past the well, 2 wells.
Oh yeah, do you want to ping it on the map just so everyone can see?
Yeah. Wait, how do I ping? Ping.
Keep pressing your left mouse button.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there.
Yep.
So he's gonna start walking, just normally, like nothing suspicious.
And roll a
Does he
perception.
notice anything?
Yeah, roll a
as he
perception
walks
check.
past the house? Okay.
Kando, how's the weather?
How the weather is? It is very rainy still.
Heavy rain?
No, that kind of miserable constant drizzle. So perception-wise, you don't sense anyone looking at you. You don't really hear any noise from the building on your left. It does look like it is still inhabited. Like someone has been like moving in and out of this place relatively recently, but you get the sense that they're possibly out. But you know, because you don't hear anything, the lights don't seem to be on overall. Apart from, you know, you get the vibe that, you know, a lamp has been left lit to give the impression someone's home, just in case burglars come around. But it doesn't feel like that's not a light. The only light I would have on in the house.
Okay. So he'll continue walking up a bit.
You also kind of see, because you've just passed one of Ilara's windows, you can see a bit into like the front room of the house. She's not in there.
Okay. He's gonna look down here.
Yep, roll another perception check. Excellent. This alleyway looks very stabby. You get the feeling that this is not the kind of place that you want to get caught like at night. It's just got that. It gives you the impression of this is a place that the locals probably will avoid because there's a lot of dark little nooks and corners, as well as a lot of trash and rubbish. Some effort has been made to pretty it up just a little bit, but it doesn't feel super safe. However, with it being relatively early in the day, there doesn't seem to be anyone there right now. This seems like a place that will get lively after dark.
Lively after dark. Oh, okay. Alright. So basically I'm just gonna keep going down the street and looking down this alley.
Mm-hmm.
This alley. And then being extra careful approaching this one.
Cool. If you go
this alley as well.
So, as you reach the spot you're at right there, you were intending to look right, but your eyes are immediately drawn to the building on your left. You could swear blindly that this is a tavern. And actually, looking upwards, you can see the faded remains of a sign that has been, hastily painted over. Which makes it was like one of those classic kind of flappy wooden tavern signs. Like this place is or was a tavern, which strikes you as odd because Billy D said there was only one tavern in town.
Is it too painted over? The paint's too thick. We can't really tell what it was called or anything.
Yeah,
are the windows boarded up or anything?
The window, that one there is boarded up. However, you can see just up to the other side another one which isn't. Looking in, it actually looks in relatively decent shape. The tables are still in place. They're a little bit askew and stuff, and there is some rotten food like on there, like really, really, really like almost fossilized. Like that's been left there for years and years in there. There's cobwebs and all sorts, but you can see at the back a bar and a countertop and all sorts in there. Like this looks like this place was a tavern.
So Chet's thinking back to Billy D's place. It's like, this is kind of weird. So he just makes a mental note of it and then turns to go back to the previous tour of alleyways to check. I think I nailed this one.
You didn't. Inside.
This one?
Yeah, standing there, you could hear noise coming from this place and light spilling out of it. So there is definitely someone or some people occupying that building. Once again, you can also hear. Let me ping there as well. From that building, you can hear in a language you don't understand a woman absolutely cursing out someone. You don't speak the language, but you understand when someone is pissed and giving them the business. You don't know what they're saying, what it's about, and you're not hearing any replies from that one, but it is consistent and ongoing.
Okay, he kind of grimaces and tiptoes away to the next alleyway.
And again, you can still hear a little bit of, like very, very faintly now that you know it's there, of that argument. This building here looks much nicer than Ilara's. It is still a bit dilapidated, but the door looks firmly closed and bolted. You can't see any lights spilling out of the windows or anything else. It does seem like it's empty at this point in time.
Okay, and then he kind of like casually walks past again to return to the group, just to convey all that information.
What's your point, buddy?
Yeah, it's a neighborhood, all right. There's some people, but you see that building over there? He points to this. It's like, I have a feeling that this one's quiet. No one's gonna hopefully be looking over us. There might be someone asleep, but I'm not sure. There is this alleyway that's right there. I would maybe not step in there if anything goes wrong. And then again, wait. There's nothing of note about that building, was there? I can't remember if you'd said anything.
That building was you got the feeling that it was empty.
Oh, okay. It says, I think in this general area, and he points, we might be okay. Hopefully no one's around. Then, you know, there's a tavern right here. I don't know if it's something. I just want to tell you all about it because it seemed kind of weird. It looks exactly like Billy D's place, kind of. But yeah, this is a weird one. I almost wonder if we can hide out in there. Just an idea. But otherwise, there seems to be someone over here. And way further out, past in an alleyway, it's very loud over there. So... And he just starts thinking on the spot, like really wringing his noodles in his head. And a good opportunity for anyone to interrupt him.
Have you scouted the alleyway before? Or behind Alara's place?
Or around Ilara's place?
Oh, that's a great idea, my lizard friend. I'm not so good at treading lightly on my toes. Maybe that's something you could do?
Do you want some cover?
I'm kind of big and heavy, so I don't know how stealthy I'd be either.
And then Chet looks at Verity, because Wait, how tall is Verity, actually? I'm not sure.
She's like 5'5".
5'5". Oh, okay.
She's
Okay, literally,
still
Chet
taller
is the
than
smallest. He
Yeah,
looks
Chet's
at
the
himself
smallest.
and like, and then he's thinking again. Okay, I'll go. Let me go scatter that.
Do you want some visual cover?
Visual cover? What's that? You know, like comes in closer on Elduin, like listen to a
Something
secret
like-
or something.
Fog?
Fog? Wait, would fog like really stand out in this area if it were to be
It would.
cast?
Maybe.
Wait, is it
It's
basically a
great.
smoke screen?
It's basic. What's a smoke? Yes, maybe. I don't know. Smoke screen, rain and fog. They do mix at some point.
Just
It's
out
still
of
a bit
um,
out of place.
out of character, this type of spell, does it look like a smoke grenade went off, or is it a bit more naturally blending?
Out of character. No, it should not look like a smoke grenade. Like it's more like it's gradually becoming more foggy in this area, and it's becoming heavy fog, and that's it.
So Chet, thinking about the offer, it's kind of into it, but then it's like he picks up. Actually, it might limit my own ability to see anything. I don't have as sharp eyes as you, Elfie boy. And he pats him on the shoulder, saying thanks, and then goes.
Can you
skulks off
even
to-
question? Can
Yeah?
Chet even reach Elduin's shoulders?
Maybe not shoulder. He aims for the shoulder, ends up hitting you with a peck or something. Very
Rubbed
awkwardly.
his main boob.
He had to say thank you.
And before Chet heads off, a little pat on the shoulder and bardic inspiration.
Sweet.
You
What
can
does
do
that
it.
feel like?
I believe in you.
Wait, as a
also-
sensation, what does bardic inspiration feel like to a human?
You just feel like extra inspired.
And he's like, yes, and then
So-
fist pumps, and then
You know,
skulks
Yeah.
off.
I have a good idea, and touches his shoulder, cast guidance on him.
Ooh,
So that's an extra
Try to be
1d4
smart.
as well.
It's one extra 1d4, yes.
Yeah.
okay. He skulks off.
Don't try to talk.
Okay, so which way are you going? You're trying to go down this way. Okay, cool. Down a little bit. So if you roll me for roll for stealth.
You have a
Right.
D6 you can add, and a
I will
D4.
roll a d6. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of you make it past the piles of rubbish and trash behind there. So you're stopping it by this window, right? To look in.
Yes.
Okay, roll for me for
window.
investigation. Well, I mean, you that's actually as like was that a 0? Or did you roll a 2?
I rolled a 2, and it's
Okay,
a
that's
minus
okay.
1, so I just have a 1. It's not a nat 1. it's just
Okay,
a one.
cool.
Nothing would be red.
Yeah, you can't make out a damn thing like in there. Like
Lights
you
are off, right?
yeah, the lights are dim. Well, actually, the real problem here is that it's the window's quite high. And you can't really see properly over the sill. You can see a bit of the ceiling, but that's about all.
Like Chet is like looking, and like his breath is fogging up the window.
Elduin is,
It's just a
leaning bit to the
combination of
party.
bad things.
Elduin is leaning a bit to the party. Do you think it was a good idea to have him check inside a building that's a bit taller than him?
I'm sure he can figure it out.
He gives up on that window and thinks that there might be something else later, so he's going to continue down the alley.
Okay, you keep going. There's a window right in front of you there that you could look through. Another investigation check.
Okay, let me do that.
You still have 1d4.
I'm gonna hold on to that one. Yeah.
Okay. This looks like some kind of kitchen. You don't really see. You don't really know too much about what's going on. She could be out of your line of sight. She could but you don't pick up anything of any use, really, from looking through this window.
Okie doke. And he's gonna be careful of this building here. And he's gonna like skulk up. Is there anything about the building? Investigation check?
Another. Okay, first one perception check, and then we'll just give you a quick decision on what to do.
Okay. Give me a sec. There we go.
Excellent. You could hear someone sort of singing to themselves, in that kind of like I'm getting ready to go to work kind of way. Not that they're singing for pleasure or anything else. It's just that I'm doing something mundane. This is my let's get ready to do shit kind of like song.
Okie doke. Just gonna move a tiny bit close.
Yeah, so you'll need to do a stealth check as you're kind of going past. With advantage, because this guy's singing. Yeah, you're doing great. He doesn't hear a thing.
Okay. Is there any window that Chet can see from here? Or...
Okay, well
No, not really.
there is a window just here. There is a large back door which also has like keyholes in it. The issue with this window here, though, is that in front of it there are a number of large buckets, some half filled with water. So that one will be. Yeah, that one will be more difficult, but it'll give you an easier investigation because it's a bigger window. The keyhole you can look through, however, it will be a very difficult investigation check because you're just looking through a keyhole.
Got it. Is there any information Chet can get from like this area where he stood?
If you want to take a quick investigation check, you can have a look at that. Nothing more that you saw before. You can tell that this house is nicer than the other ones. It is a little better taken care of and well built, but again, you can't really tell too much about anything that's happening over there. There could be someone home. There might not be. That other one, again, you can still hear the singing, so you know there's definitely someone in that one.
There's someone singing in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Let's see. Okay, so Chet's found the reconnaissance of the reconnaissance of the reconnaissance, so he's gonna go skulk back to the others. Back the way he came. Oh, any information about this house?
No.
I roll invest.
This one you can see is basically like busted open and open to the elements. So from where you were standing before, you could see clear into that place. Like no one lives there, or if they do live there, they are in a very, very bad situation overall.
Okay, right. So he's gonna go back to the others. He's gonna say, "Wait, oh, he didn't hear anything." Okay, and he's gonna tell Ravaseth and the others. It's like, yeah. So, for the most part, seems like around the back of the building, totally clear. The issue is that somebody appears to be in the building directly behind the one that we saw Alara walk into. And I know that there's another building behind Alara's building that has some very loud people in. They're both very loud, but there are people there. I'm just thinking how we're going to stake the place out. There's some buildings opposite Alara's. If we just have some people in there looking outwards to see if she's going to do anything, but otherwise I did not see much inside of her home.
I could do that. Could stake the place out. Give an overwatch.
Yes, I think we should do that with a buddy system.
That is kind of my specialty, being a ranger, you know?
Yeah, I was just about to say, considering you used to be a ranger living in the wilds, having a stakeout hunting for prey would be your thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Travis is a ranger because he used to be a hunter out in the woods, but yeah.
Okay, where are you gonna go, lizard friend?
You said there was a building. Yeah, we can go around the back.
Okay. Wait, was
Before
this?
you-
Oh, I didn't check this one. Damn.
Yeah, before you go, Verity, do you need to attune to somebody or for your messaging, those mental gymnastics you were doing?
As long as I know the general direction of the person that I'm messaging, I can just send them a message.
Perfect. Then you can try we need to try to get you somewhere where you can see everybody, so you can have an eye on everybody, and in the worst case, message everybody that shit's going down in the worst case.
Okay.
I mean, that's
I will trust the people that know better when it comes to recon and touch points and all of the other stuff.
well, I mean, it would make sense having somebody that can contact everybody in a position where he, or in this case she, can definitely do this.
Okay, here's how it goes then. Verity, Elduin, you'll be the headquarters. You know what a headquarters is?
Yes.
Brilliant. Okay, yes. So you and Verity will send messages to me and Lizard Friend. And Alphonse, you can, and then Chet sort of pauses, looking at Alphonse. Wait. Also, come with me to look at the house from this other angle. He points over.
Sounds great.
Okay, so we've got our positions, and we're just gonna watch to see what Alara might be doing in her own home in the
Okay, we
morning.
need, so if I was Verity, you guys need some way to show us to, I don't know, come over or to engage Lara. There needs to be a sign because you can't send us a message. Something visual
Wait, are you saying that to me or to Verity? What?
to chat.
Oh, and then he does a little lasso fist movement again. It's like this one. It means run away.
Okay, last of you moving your fist is run away. Do we have something for come over?
It's got to be a bird noise, hasn't it?
What, sorry?
It's got to be a bird noise, hasn't it? Caw, caw. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
look for a whistle.
Yeah.
Yeah, just something
He,
like that.
you know that thing where you cup your hand and it sounds like an owl. So he attempts to do this because he's trying to rack his brains, remembering back to what the Scoutmaster taught them in General Boot Camp. So can I roll a performance check for this?
If you can do that, I will let you have it without doing a performance
What? Oh my
check.
God.
Like if you can do it in real life?
Mm-hmm.
He's still push to talk.
Okay, hang on. I need to come off of The thing is, I've got push to talk on, and I need both my hands.
Use your elbow. Yeah. Or depending on what buddy you've got PCT on.
Oh, it's on my mouse button. Give me a sec.
Okay.
Let me see if I can
Use
find
your,
it
use
for
your
like
feet,
spacebar.
like a true gamer. Use
Oh,
free limbs.
no. Okay, it's not long enough. Let me rebind real quick.
Right. For everyone else, what is your overall goal here? Are you just planning to like watch her house? So I just want to remind you that you can't really see in many of the windows.
Hey, listen, we need to know where she's gonna go afterwards, I presume.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, is just kind of stake up around it and just wait until she leaves and then watch where she goes.
Yeah, Elwin is going to prepare his detect magic cloak, so at least he knows if there's any magic shebang going around.
Okay.
Okay, are you all ready for this?
Yep, let's go.
Yeah.